Hello everyone, the Agent Lab is here. Finally friends, we got some information about the third part of the 67th episode of Skibidi Toilet, and also got the first leak of the frame, so do not throw tomatoes. I warn you that this frame is a fake, but I will consider it, and why I will do this. You will soon find out. Everything is not as simple as it seems, guys. In this video, we will try to answer a lot of questions that we are interested in. For example, will TV Men Titan 2.0 appear to save the Titan cameraman? Who will win this fight in the end? And is there any chance at all for the Titans to escape the hands of the scientist? Will we finally see Boom's other abilities besides teleport, and will he intervene in the battle? I've figured it all out, so I already have an answer to that question. And it's actually a very interesting story. Plus, today you will find out the release date of Part 3 of 67 series, so I advise you to watch the video from the beginning to the very end, so that you do not miss any important information. In general, sit back, take tea and cookies, like this video if you want the agents to win. And here we go. Let me tell you about the bad news related to Boom in a nutshell before the analysis itself. Who is subscribed to my Russian Telegram channel already knows what we will talk about now. Unfortunately, 9 days ago, at the moment when he wanted to publish the twin part of 67 series, some association of YouTubers threw a strike on 4 of his videos at once and started a DDoS attack. The channel was on the verge of deletion, because when you have more than 3 strikers, and these strikes hang for 7 days, that's it. The channel is completely deleted. But it's good that Dafuk withdrew these strikes, and now everything is fine. However, this is not the end of this war, and this may happen again. However, I am preparing a video about this conflict, where I will try to tell you in detail who and why so fiercely want to remove the channel. I talked on this topic personally with Boom, as well as for honesty, and talked to people who threw these strikes to understand where it all started. I got quite a lot of cool and interesting information, so subscribe to the channel so you don't miss this video, where I will explain the whole situation for you. Dafuk, good luck in repelling such attacks, and let's keep going. Let's start with the fact that there will be 3 parts of 67 episode, not 68 episode. On this, there are 2 supporting facts. Firstly, the series is not finished and needs to continue. And secondly, if 67 would have only 2 parts, Dafuk would have already published a video with a full version, like he did with episode 57. But as we can see on the channel, there is no such video. Well, but what this information gives us, usually when the episode is finished and is not made in parts, it is very difficult to predict what will be there, because we constantly see Boom changing locations, times of day, and sometimes doing episodes that aren't really important to the story. But in this case, we 100% realize that the third part will be the most epic, because the series ended on the most interesting. See, at the end of part 1, they announced the scientist. In the second part, they showed the improved G-Man, as well as the self-destruction of the Titan cameraman. And it's clear that the series finale is going to be even more surprising and awesome. Let me give you an analogy with episode 57. Of course, there were only 2 parts, but with this example, you'll see what I'm trying to say. First, we see how Dafuk, at the end of the first part, showed that Plunger's light goes out under the camera. And when he published part 2, we see that the video sequence is slightly different. And at the beginning of part 2, POV cameraman immediately turns to the other side. Of course, at the end of the episode when he teleports TV Woman, you can see that the light is not lit, but this does not cancel the fact that Dafuk, for the sake of intrigue, changed a little bit of scene. And here it's the same story. It's as if he deliberately divided the 67th episode at the moment when we see the Titan's cameraman killing himself. And most likely the beginning of the next part will be a little different. I also assume that someone will come to the rescue and save Titan cameraman. And yes, it will be the same as with Plunger. That is, cameraman will probably really be without his head. It is unlikely that he will be saved in the same second, but at the end will come TV Man Titan. At this time, the scientist and G-Man will be frightened and will leave. One with the help of teleport, the other with the help of his accelerators. And now let's talk about this fake leak that I talked about at the beginning of this video. Here you can see G-Man 3.0 up close. Of course, this is not an official frame, but the model is very well made. And I think our G-Man looks like this. I'd like to draw your attention to the size of this booster. Again, Dafuk often uses ready-made items for his models, and this gas pedal that he's taken is very huge. In 67, we have seen it only from the front, but from this angle, you can realize that this booster will give us super speed. Of course, it's unlikely that G-Man will fly like Plunger's glitch toilet, or Astro Skibidi. However, that this thing in the future will show its power and surprise us, I think it is possible. As for Dafuk Boom and whether or not he'll show up, I don't think so, since he already appeared in part 1 of the episode. But he's up to something. Let's go back to episode 66, where we saw this fake picture. One of my subscribers suggested that episode 66 and 67 are chronologically in the wrong places. So episode 65 came first. There was that trap, after which the Titans were able to escape and met the scientist near the cave. That's when they were wiped out. And just like that, they overnighted their bodies back to the airport and took a photo there. Why they did not take a photo near the cave? Perhaps to create the illusion that they could kill the Titans at once, and they could not escape anywhere. And by the way, if it turns out to be true, then just in the 66th episode we saw that TV Man Titan is already ready, and he was told the coordinates of the scientist. I mean, if you think about it, he could teleport. And the agents at that moment knew exactly where the scientist was. So he was supposed to teleport in that second and punch the scientist in the face, which didn't happen. If you watch the show in order as Dafuk shows us, because we see that the scientist is alive and well, and he even has a TV. So stop. What? Wait a minute. Don't you think it's strange that the scientist improved after we were announced and shown Titan's TV? Dafuk is definitely hiding something from us. If you want another video, friends, more details about this theory, let's get a lot of likes under this video, and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Breaking news, friends. As I was editing this video, Dafuk Boom started a live stream in the official Discord, where he showed a hilarious leak. Of course, this leak is just for fun, like it was with the episode 63 leak if you remember. But most likely it is already 100% confirmation that we will see Titan's TV Mina Titan 2.0 in part 3. And also, I do not want to show the whole version of this leak here on YouTube, because I know that I am watched by children. Now, let's continue with the video. Well, now about the release date of the episode. For starters, let me remind you that this is the longest series, because it has already totaled over 3 minutes, and when part 3 comes out, it could easily last 4.5 minutes. That's an absolute record. Also, do not forget that the previous part we waited for 9 days, and if you add the problem with strikes and not a few nerves spent to Fook on this whole thing, the 67th episode finale will probably be out in 2-3 days at best. Well, that's all for today, friends. Watch my other videos. They are also interesting. And I went to make another video for you. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.